A very good morning to class 6 student. Class 6 student, today we are going to revise the chapter A Tale of Two Birds. This one is the chapter of your supplementary reader, first chapter. All of you have seen this chapter, I believe. We already have learned this chapter, but I haven't told you the summary of the chapter. So, students, now today I am going to tell you the summary of the chapter as well as we have to understood. If you not be able to understood, you can call me anytime, and after that you have to ask me, right? So before that you have to understand the meaning of this chapter as well as the summary of the chapter. The name of the chapter is A Tale of Two Birds. This students, this story speaks and depicts the importance of a company one keeps, how one company can impact one's behavior and build a character. Also, all of you have seen in this story A Tale of Two Birds. This story is about a mother bird and her two newborn birds. Newborn birds mean new baby birds. The mother died in a storm, and the sons got separated. The son got separated from each other in the thunderstorm because of the strong winds blows. That's why they both of them separated from each other in the thunderstorm due to the strong wind. The tall tree that they lived on also fell, and they were blow away to the other side of the forest because of the hard wind. One of them reached near the gang of robbers. One of them, because of the wind, one of them reached near a gang of robbers, and the other one landed near the Rishi ashram. So both of them separated because of the hard wind. One day, what had happened? One day, a king got exhausted while Following a deer, he came and sat under the tree near the cave of robbers. There, the king heard a big brown bird voice, and suddenly it was calling the robbers to rob the king. The king hurried, got up from there, and rode away. He reached near the Rishi ashram. Here again he heard the bird voice, but it was a completely contrast to what he heard earlier. The bird asked the king to take rest inside the ashram and wait for the rishi to come. The king was amazed to see the similar appearance of the bird, but the voice was too gentle. The bird told the king that his brother had learned that language from the robbers. When the rishi came, the king shared the story of the birds with him. The rishi smiled and said that it was the impact of the company that was being reflected on the behavior of the bird. The birds was a fault, not at fault. He was just repeating what he had heard, and the forest was full of varied surprises. So, this one is the explanation of this one, the chapter. So, in this chapter, we already learned there once lived a bird, and there uh, mother bird and her two young ones lived in the forest. The mother was killed in the storm, and young bird are separated from each other. Each found a different home. So this one is because through this story, we have find out so many things. Now moving forward to do the some MCQs of the chapter. MCQs of the same chapter. A Tale of Two Birds. So I think I already I already given you as a homework to note down the MCQs in your classwork notebook. So I believe some of you students have noted down the MCQs as well. If you not noted down, no issue. You can learn, you can watch this video again and again so that you memorize. The MCQs are like this. The two baby birds got separated as the two baby bird got separated as options are the Rishi took one of them, the mother took one of them, the king took one of them, the strong wind blew them away. So I believe all of you know the answer of this one. Student, I think yes, you know that the last one is the answer. The strong wind blew them away. Then the second one. The second one is the newborn babies lived first option in comfort with their mother in a lovely cave in an ashram. So the answer is because before get separated, they are living with their mother. So with their mother. Then the third question. The cave was inhabited by options are the lion, the rabbit, the robbers, the rishi, the robbers. And the next one. The second bird, the second bird made his nest. Options are near the Rishi ashram, on a tree near the Rishi ashram, where the mother lived at a comfortable habit, on a tree near the Rishi ashram. Then question number 5. The two baby birds made separated nest as options are again I am going to repeat the same question. The two baby bird made separated nest as options are they did not love each other. They were not destined to be together. They were under a major spell. They could not stay together. So the answer is they were not destined to be together. Question number 6. The mother bird, options are could not help flying, fell down the nest, kept helping the little ones, was killed unluckily. So the answer is was killed unluckily because all of you know that because of the strong wind, one long tree came down, and because of that instance, their mother was killed. The two babies grew up. The two babies grew up. Options are to be wild, to become the owners in different environment in the mother's nest. So the answer is in different environment because both of them are in a different environment. One of them goes to the Rishi ashram, the another one goes to the robbers near the robbers cave. The eighth one. The king got afraid as the birds talked like robbers, a bullet was shot, a strong wind blew, his horse was lost. So the answer is the bird talked like robbers. The next question. The king got amazed as the bird spoken like humans, looked alike, did not look the same, shouted at him. Looked alike. Then the next one. The company one keeps. The company one keeps. Options are is decided by parents, is decided by fate, has to be good, tells what you are. So tells what you are. And the question and answer. Now moving forward to some short type answers. How did the two birds live before being separated? Before being separated, the two birds lived with their mother. The mother had made a nest in a tall tree. There it kept her long young ones and looked after them. So once again I am going to repeat this question. How did the two birds live before being separated? Before being separated, the two birds lived with their mother. The mother had made a nest in a tall tree. There it kept her young ones and looked after them. Question number 2. How did the king lose his way? All of you know that because king lose his way, that's why he sit down and think about that. So how did the king lose his way? The king went to the forest to hunt. He saw a deer and rode after it. Soon the king lost his way. He did not know where he was. So, how did the king lose his way? The king went to the forest to hunt. He saw a deer and rode after it. Soon the king lost his way. He did not know where he was. Then the next question. How did the king come near the cave of the robbers? How did the king come near the cave of the robbers? The king has lost his way. He rode for a long time. Then he came to the other side of the forest. He saw there a shady tree. So he got off the horse and decided to rest under the tree. This tree was near the cave of the robbers. I believe all of you know the answer of these one. Again I am going to repeat the same one. How did the king come near the cave of the robbers? The king has lost his way. He rode for a long time. Then he came to the other side of the forest. He saw there a shady tree, so he got off the horse and decided to rest under the tree. This tree was near the cave of robbers. Now moving forward to the next question. How did the Rishi welcomes the king? The Rishi requested the king to go inside the ashram. He asked him to make himself comfortable and share his food. Once again, how did the Rishi welcome the king? The Rishi requested the king to go inside the ashram. He asked him to make himself comfortable and share his food. The next question. How did the two baby birds get separated? The answer is I think all of you know the answer of this one, right? No issue, I tell you the answer of this one also. How did the two baby birds get separated? One day a big storm blew down the tall tree in which the bird lived. The strong the strong wind blew away the baby bird to the other side of the forest. One of them came down near a cave. The other bird landed outside a rishi ashram. In this way, the two baby birds got separated. Again, I am going to repeat the same one. How did the two baby birds get separated? One day, a big storm blew down the tall tree in which the birds lived. The strong wind blew away the baby bird to the other side of the forest. One of them came down near a cave. The other bird landed outside of Rishi Ashram. In this way, the two baby birds get separated. The next one. Where did each of them find a home? Each of them found a home on the other side of the forest. One of them found a home in a tree that stood near a cave of the robbers. The other the other found a home in a tree near a rishi ashram. So all of you know that the answer of this one, I believe. Where did each of them find a home? Each of them found a home on the other side of the forest. One of them found a home in a tree that stood near a cave of the robbers. The other found a home in a tree near the Rishi ashram. Then the next one. What did the first bird say to the stranger? The stranger means king. The stranger heard the first bird say, "Quick, hurry up, there is someone under the tree. Come and take his jewels and his horse. Hurry, or else he slipped away." So these type of words. What did the second bird say to him? The second bird say to him, "Welcome to the ashram, sir. Please go inside and rest. The Rishi will be back soon. There's some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable." These type of words. The next question. The king told the Rishi, how did how did the Rishi explain the different ways in which the birds behaved? The king told the Rishi how the birds looking alike had behaved differently. The Rishi explained that the bird living in the company of robbers talk like robbers. On the other hand, the bird living in the company of Rishi repeated the words of the Rishi. That's it. So these are the MCQs which I we have already done. So uh, most probably we have done the summary as well as the MCQs of this chapter. So now once again I am going to tell you the summary of the chapter. A tale of two bird a tale of two bird summary is about mother bird who lived in a forest. She was two babies who were newborn that also live with her. The nest is which the mother bird live is in a tall tree. On a stormy night filled with thunder, lightning and rain, the wind started blowing and unfortunately the mother bird killed on that day. So let's talk about the summary of this poem. Once there once there lived a mother bird in a forest. Her two newborn babies also live with her. Their nest was in a tall tree. One day there was a thunder, lightning, and rain. The stormy wind blew down and tall trees. Unluckily, the mother bird was killed. The strong wind blew away the little birds. One of them came down near a cave. A gang of robbers lived there. The other bird came down the little distance away. A Rishi ashram was near that place. Thus the two birds were separated. The first bird made his home on the tree, the cave of the robbers. The second bird made his nest on a tree near the Rishi ashram. After some time, the baby birds came big. One day the king came there. He was following a deer. Following a deer, he was very tired. He got off his horse. There was a tree near a cave. The king sat under it to take a rest. Just then, the king heard a big brown bird voice. It was inviting some robbers to come and snatch the king's jewels and horse. The king got afraid. He got on his horse and rode away. Soon, soon the king reached the Rishi ashram. He sat down in a shady shade of a tree there. He heard a big brown bird asking the king to take rest inside the ashram. The king was amazed. He said, "This one looks like the other bird outside the cave." The bird told the king that his brother has made friends with robbers. He talked like robbers. The rishi told him that it was the result of their company. So this one is all about the summary of the summary of the chapter. So now what we will do, we'll go through the question and answers of this chapter. Questions of this chapter, right? A tale of two birds. Now the first question is, how did the two baby birds get separated? I believe all of you know the answer of this one. The two baby bird lived in a tall tree with their mother. One day a big storm blew. The tree came down. The mother bird was killed. The strong wind blew the two chicks away to the other side of the forest at a little distance from each other. Thus they got separated from each other. Then the next question, where did each of them find a home? One of the young bird came down near a cave. A gang of robbers lived there. The other bird landed outside the ashram of the Rishi at a little distance. The third question, what did the first bird say to the stranger? The first bird saw the stranger. He called the robbers to hurry up and rob the man of his jewels and his horse. Indirectly, he asked the stranger to leave the place at once. Then the next one. What did the second bird say to him? The first bird, the second bird welcomed to the king to ashram. He requested the stranger to drink water, take rest. The second bird welcomed to the king to the ashram. He requested the stranger to drink water, take rest, and make himself comfortable. He added he added that his brother lived in the company of the robbers, so he talked like them. Now the question number fifth. How did the rishi explain the different ways in which the two birds behave? The kings of the king told the rishi about the different behavior of the two birds. The rishi explained that the first bird repeated the word of the robbers. The second bird repeated what he had always heard at the ashram. Their different ways were the result of their companies. Because of their companies, the result are different. So the next one. How did different company affect the characters and behaviors of the two birds? The two birds were brothers, but they got separated when the storm blew. One came down near a cave where robbers lived. The other landed outside a rishi ashram. The former learned the language of the robbers. The later learned the welcome the strangers sweetly. Thus their company shaped their behavior. Right? It happens. Narrate the tale of two birds in your own words. So, in own words, once there lived a mother bird in a forest. She had two newborn babies. One day a storm came with thunder and lightning. The mother bird was killed, but the baby bird was blown away to the other end of the forest. One lived in the company of robbers, the other stayed with the rishi. One day a king heard them speak. The one asked the robbers to kill the king. The other noble bird welcomed himself sweetly in the ashram. They behave differently because of the company they kept. So this one is, we already learned about the summary of the chapter as well as the short questions, MCQs, and the long question and answer. So what you need to do is you have to listen this video again and again and memorize all the question and answer as well as the summary of the chapter, because in the examination, maybe the summary comes in the examination, you have to write it down in the examination. So all of you dear students, please make sure whenever you are going to listen this video, memorize the answers, right? So all of you take care yourself. Goodbye and take care. Thank you.